Hey, FantasySportFans.com. What about our fans? What are you guys doing today? What I know what we are doing is we're talking about some good stuff. Corey, how you doing over there, my co-pilot?
I'm doing great, and hopefully they're listening to us.
You know, I hope they
that's
are
what they're
too,
doing today.
because they are going to get nothing but the best information here, man. We got awesome information, especially with the subject we are talking about today. And I know there are tons of you out there that just love this conversation. Top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. I know all you quarterback lovers out there, you guys are obsessed with QBs because you think they're going to revolutionize if you're a fantasy football league. Well, I got news for you people. We got your top 5 right here. Corey, am I correct there?
You are correct. There's so many to pick from this year. It's ridiculous, though, Seth. I don't even know if you can do a top 5. I can sit here and name 15 quarterbacks that I would want on my fantasy team and not have any problem playing. I mean, honestly.
I agree, man. There's a good selection out there, but well, you know what? People want to know a top 5 though, and we got to give that top 5. So let's, without further ado, let's get it on, man.
If I have to, I will go Aaron Rodgers as the number 1 quarterback. He does it in every year. Every single year, he's got the weapons around him. He did lose Greg Jennings, even though he lost Greg Jennings last year, and that didn't seem to stop him much. You know, I mean, what are you thinking with your number 1 pick?
Number 1, man. You know what? I've got to go. I'm really saying it already. I'm going Kaepernick.
You're buying into the Kaepernick.
I'm buying into the Kaepernick frenzy, man. Because this guy pretty much had Michael Crabtree and Delaney Walker and utilized Vernon Davis in the playoffs.
Yeah, Delaney Walker's gone now.
And yeah, that's
where
what I'm
did he go?
Delaney Walker went to the Titans. So now you have the lost film, but guess what? That just means one step up. That means Vernon Davis is the man there. Michael Crabtree with the addition of Anquan Bolden. Plus, you got Mario Manningham that's still hanging around there. I mean, Kaepernick has weapons to throw, too.
Yeah, I've got him on my list. It's just not that high up. But at number 2, I have Drew Brees.
You know what? Drew Brees is actually my number 2 as well.
Is he?
He is.
5,100 yards last year, 43 touchdowns, something. You know, I mean, he led the league in passing yards. I mean, you can't really go wrong with Drew Brees either.
Yeah, I don't think he can either. Number 3 is actually your number 1, Aaron Rodgers. I got to go Aaron Rodgers. He's got the weapons, just like you said.
Yeah, Tom Brady, I have number 3. Even though he lost Wes Welker, but he still has Gronkowski, and he still has Aaron Hernandez, and he still has weapons that he can throw the ball
to. And, of course, Amendola just came in. As long as Amendola stays healthy, then they should be good to go.
Tom Brady, and he's good every year. All right, number 4, RG3.
Ooh, number 4 for me. Oh, so different. I got Matty Ice, man. Matt Ryan. Can we talk about Julio Jones and Roddy White? Can we talk about these people? I mean, woo,
yeah,
I get excited about that.
They have the best receivers that there are. But can Matt Ice? He had the most fantasy points as a quarterback for a lot of last year, you know, but he just kind of dipped down towards the end of the year, and he wasn't producing at all. And I don't know if that's going to overlap into this coming year, if he's going to start out hot like he was last year.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Only time will tell. But my number 5 spot, I actually had Brady in there.
Brady is your number 5?
I did, man. Brady, obviously Brady is the legit, quarterback for the NFL. But, Brady is getting older. You'd always expect, at his age for, a decline to start to happen,
right.
More interceptions thrown, so forth. But Brady, obviously, at his age, is still producing incredibly well. He just got an extension on his contract. He's going to perform just like Brady does. He's going to go out there and do his Brady thing. And, he does got Gronk, he does got Hernandez, just like the people you just named. And, once again, he'll perform, but I have him as my number 5, just strictly because the guy cannot run like Kaepernick can. And he's just nothing but a pocket passer.
Yeah, back to my number 4 pick with RG3. He's a little bit risky this year. You're not sure if he's going to start out the year. They're saying that he's on schedule, that he's healthy, but they're just not going to rush him, But if the guy does start, he's an explosive player. He has Pierre Garçon. He has his legs. He's going to be a good quarterback if he can stay healthy. But at number 5, that's where I have Colin Kaepernick. I'm not sold on Kaepernick yet. I know he's getting more weapons. I know he's got the feet. He has the moves. He's got everything that a quarterback really needs. but can he do it game in and game out? I've only seen it for half a season.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, it's half a season, but, you know, the guy went through the playoffs. Think about it. This is the same guy we're talking about that literally went into Foxborough up against the Patriots, Tom Brady. And yes, while the defense came through, guess what? Kaepernick, every drive, man, he was going out there. He was producing, he was giving results in Foxborough, in primetime football, you know, right when it matters the most. You know, you're trying to make a strive for the playoffs at that time. And guess what? The guy was under pressure. He knew how to handle it. He knows how those routes are going to go. He knows where that ball is going to drop. He knows when to throw it. The guy is precise and he can run the ball. And let's just face it, he burned the entire Green Bay defense for what, a 55-yard touchdown? Now, come on, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, RG3, you know, he can run a 70-yard touchdown. This guy can run a 55-yard touchdown and just burn defenses. Mobile quarterbacks is the new quarterback. And if you can get one and they can be accurate with the ball, like Kaepernick and say RG3 can, yo, you got a great quarterback.
And see, one thing that I saw from Kaepernick didn't it seem like he was down almost every game that he played, and he had to come back and get, you know, in the second half and come back every single game? And that's good that he can do that, you know. If he can lead his team back in the fourth quarter and the third quarter, you know, and bring them back to victories, that's fine. But what is he doing for the first half of the game?
Well, let's put it this way. I mean, he's no Tim Tebow. You know, Tim Tebow,
Yeah.
you know, couldn't even complete a pass for the first half of the game.
And he won a playoff game.
I mean,
Ridiculous.
the thing is, you know, we're talking about fantasy here. We're talking about someone who is not out there trying to win games, but someone who's trying to get fantasy points. And Kaepernick gets that done. Kaepernick runs the ball. RG3 runs the ball. You know, you're not looking at 0.25 for every 10 yards they run. You're looking at a point for every 10 yards that they're running. You know,
Yeah.
they're just as much as a running back as anything else, you know, and they're your quarterback. They're throwing the ball as well. So when you can have a quarterback that can rush for, you know, 60 to 100 yards plus put up 300 yards of passing, yo, you got a legit QB right there. I mean, that's a fantasy monster.
You sound like you just described Cam Newton to me, is what you just
You know
described.
what? Cam Newton is an animal, and he's one guy. But the problem with Cam Newton and why he's not on my top of the list is because
He's inconsistent.
who is
for
he
one thing.
throwing the ball to? Steve Smith is only becoming more of a dinosaur, and everyone else out there, who's there?
Yeah, not much. They have Brandon LaFell, I guess, who they drafted last year. You know, he could come
Brandon
along a little
LaFell,
bit.
and maybe
Greg
he'll be
Olson,
great,
yeah,
but-
Greg Olson's not
Okay,
bad.
Greg Olson. So, you know, moving along, point taken. You know, you want, you know, a quarterback just like Kaepernick, just like RG3, even Russell Wilson. Should we even throw that name out there? Russell Wilson's a great quarterback. You know, this guy was just unstoppable at home. I mean, nobody can bring this guy down at home. I mean, just lethal. And now the fact that they're bringing more weapons. I mean, Percy Harvin? I mean, holy crud. RG3 has Pierre Garçon and, of course, you know, a couple others. But look at this lineup in Seattle. You got Percy Harvin. You got Sidney Rice. You got, obviously, Golden Tate coming back. I mean, these guys are already well established in the organization. They know those routes. They know, you know, what they're going to be doing. And then you have Russell Wilson who can throw that ball. Plus, he can run away from almost any possible sack that is coming his direction. I've never seen somebody run more yards behind the line of scrimmage than this guy.
I've never seen such a lucky quarterback in my entire life. And if that luck continues,
Is it really luck, though?
I don't know. I guess if it happens
Is it luck or
over
skill?
and over and over again, that it can't be luck anymore. But if you throw the ball up there and a guy just randomly catches it, but really doesn't catch it, and you get it counted as a touchdown, you know,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's in the beginning of the year, though. I mean, can you
yeah,
really
you just
say
have to hope that these
one
guys
play
don't have
defined
a
the season?
sophomore slump, you know, like Cam Newton did.
Yeah, you know what? That's the thing. But look at Cam Newton once again, going back to it. You know,
He still ended up in top 10 fantasy
no,
points
he
last
did.
year.
He did because the guy can run the ball. Listen to this, people. He can run the ball. QBs who don't have anyone to throw to, guess what? They can run. If they can run the ball, they're going to get you points. Cam Newton didn't have anybody to throw to hardly. Guess what? He ran the ball. Hence the reason why, yeah, he was within the top 10 of fantasy points as a QB. Guess what? Wilson, he was up there. You know why? Because he can run the ball, but he can also pass it. You know what? When you're looking at RG3, same exact situation. Kaepernick, same exact situation. Point taken right there.
There we go, fantasy sport fans. Top 5 quarterbacks At their position 1 through 5, you got Seth's, you got mine's. That's it.
Take care. Hey, Seth here with FantasySportFans.com. Hey, be sure to enter your name and your email on our website to get instant access to our free beginner's guide of fantasy football. By subscribing, you will get free Fantasy Sport Fans updates, tips, and Fantasy Sport Fan news with no spam.